Hello, everyone. It's William here at Allegory Gallery, and I am currently at Star Cottage Studio. I have been here pretty much all day working on packing and shipping. The good news is if you have an invoice order that you have not had shipped out yet, it's probably very most likely on its way. I got through a lot of pre-packing, and that means sorting everyone out by name through all the spreadsheets and all that. And I pre-bag everything together. And tomorrow is going to be mostly a day spent packing in boxes and getting stuff out the door. So if you've been waiting for anything, I think I'm catching pretty well up. If you've got things in the online store, I haven't gotten to those yet today. I'm not sure I'll get to those tomorrow. That might be a Thursday project for working on things in the online store. The online store orders sometimes take a little bit longer because I'm picking from the bins from everywhere. Those will take a little bit longer. Plus, we just had a big rush on our sale, so that's going to take me a little bit longer. But invoiced orders, for those of you who watch the lives and hang out with us here, I got through a lot today. I'm like, whew, I worked up a sweat, and it's chilly in here. So I've been working hard on that, and I think for most of y'all, I should have a lot of that stuff out the door this week or early next week, if not this week. So things are running and getting caught up as quickly as we can. Today, we were hoping to show you some of Andrew's newest things, but he is working on those. He's been working on those day and night. I think he pushed himself a little bit too hard, thinking he was going to be able to get it done today for any of you who read our Patreon posts. So they're not quite ready. He doesn't want to release them until they're really ready. So probably tomorrow is my guess on those. He'll do that probably for his live while I'm at my pottery class. That's my guess. I'm sad I'm going to miss the actual release of these because I think they're super nice and super fun. And I'm kind of bummed that I won't be there for most of the release of them, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Hello, Susie. Hello, Suzanne. Thank you for joining in. Please hit the share button. I did not get this post up because we had to switch gears at the last minute. I didn't get this banner and all this stuff up in advance to let people know that we were going live. I didn't share it on our stories. So there's a lot that really didn't happen today as far as a notice. I'm going to be doing a random reboot. So I pulled some things that you may have seen if you watch our lives all the time, but you may have also missed if you missed any. And I'm giving you, where I can, even better prices on some of these things that I've pulled today. I didn't even get a chance to price everything, so I'm going to be pricing these kind of as we go. Hello, Harry. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you here. I'm going to be pricing these things as we go. In a lot of cases, I've got like 4 of them ready. Whew. Hello, Karen. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so it's been a crazy day. I've been here packing and shipping all day. I was running home. I ran home at one point to help Andrew get ready for the live, thinking he was going to do his things. And then he's been working hard, but they're not quite ready yet. So I jumped back in the car, came back up to the cottage to pull some things because I don't know what the stuff is that is the stash that is Andrew's at home. And so I wanted to let him continue to work on his things. So I came up here and grabbed some of these things. Some of these are really cool. I forgot we had them. So if I forgot we had them, I'm sure y'all forgot we had them or haven't seen them or anything like that. So, and I tried to keep in mind, sorry, a little bit of what people were trying to request over the last few days. Although not entirely, but I tried. I think people were requesting some green stuff, some hearts, some leaves, some various color things. So I tried to keep that in mind as I did it too. Amanda's here. Karen is here. Did I say that already? Hello, everybody. Oh, Karen did say hi up above. Okay. Hi, Karen. I think I did say hi. Like I said, I kind of jumped in here really quickly and I didn't get the banner up ahead of time. So I don't know how many people will get watching tonight, but I do ask you, please hit that share button and share to your social media. Let people know we exist. Let people know we're out there. I also forgot my, sorry, I ate an apple before this and I got an apple peel stuck in the back of my throat. So now my throat's overreacting to what was there. I didn't get this on Instagram because I thought I grabbed my bag before I left the house, but I guess I didn't. I really thought I had my bag on. I thought I put it in the back of the car. And that has my other device in it, my iPad, so that I can usually put it on Instagram right here at the table. So I can't go on Instagram. So sorry about that for all of you that like to watch us on Instagram. I'm not streaming there today. Hopefully you'll find us over here on YouTube and Facebook though. Teresa is here. Hello, Teresa. Thank you for joining in. If y'all missed it, if you have things in the invoices that you've been waiting for, I got most of every single invoice. I had all this stuff crowding the desk space here at the packing table, the packing station, and it was making me crazy. And normally I try and pack your orders like by your name. So I go from this to this to this to this. So if you have this invoice and I go here and get these things and you have this invoice, I decided to make it easier on myself. And I just went by the lot numbers and filled baggies with your names. So I think I got through mostly everything. There's a few outliers and a few things. And if there are, I will ship those later to y'all. But I have a lot of things to go out to some of you. And so if you've been waiting for a while, hopefully I'll be getting that out this week. So that's exciting for me because we're working on this, trying to catch up on things. And I have been doing pretty well, but I also fell behind on some things. So I'm really trying to get caught up. I would love it if we hit like ground zero and I could actually, ship like weekly. For most of you who watch these lives, a lot of you have messaged me and said you prefer weekly shipments. So this is what I'm trying to get to, because I know a lot of you don't want to pay every single live for shipping. So holding it for a week and then shipping it out at the end of the week, that's my goal. Or shipping it out at the beginning of the next week is actually the goal. Because I work on the weekends at the store and I can't ship from there generally. So it's been a lot. Karen said this will be my first ever package from Allegory Gallery. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it. I'm sorry if it's taken a little bit longer to get to you. We lost our shipping helper due to retirement a little bit ago, and that threw me behind. And we weren't even caught up at that point whenever Barb left, and I've been trying to get caught up. So it has been a lot, and we really can't afford to hire a lot of people to help us in shipping. Barb was kind of semi-retired anyway, and she kind of made her own schedule and came in when she could. But we can't really at this point afford to have a full-time person shipping, so that's why I am doing it. And I actually don't mind doing it at all. It's in with everything else that we do. And so I'm trying to carve out more and more time each day to work on that to get us caught up. And then once we get caught up, it should be easier to stay caught up. We don't get tons and tons of orders. We're not a huge business, which is good and bad. If we got tons and tons of orders, I could hire shipping help. But also, we don't get a ton of orders. So if I can get to the point where we're caught up, I should be able to keep up with it pretty well. And like I said, get your orders out weekly for those of you who want it, or for those of you who are kind of one offers and just want one thing here and there, or a few things here and there. That should be coming a lot faster. So I know it's taken much longer than I had hoped to get caught up, but we're getting there, and I am making progress like every day. Every day I ship pretty much every day. Sometimes I can afford more time to it than others, though. Teresa says, Karen, you are going to love going through your package and seeing everything in person. Thank you, Teresa. I hope so. I'm really excited to get these things out to you all, and we take pride in what we supply. We are, I think in a lot of ways we are like we are online as we are in person. So when you walk around our store in person, if you've ever had the opportunity to do that, we have a variety of things, and we don't have a lot of any one thing, but we have some really nice things, and we have a variety of, I think, really nice things. And that's kind of how we are online. We're not a big online supplier, so we don't have like strand after strand after strand of the same thing. You can't always reorder the same thing from us because we buy in small quantities. We supply a lot of vintage things. Oftentimes we do have, when we buy vintage, we'll get one or two of something. And so that means it's not always possible to reorder from us. But I do think that the trade-off on that is that you get interesting things from us. There's always something new and different to look at from us. If you look through our website, it changes, I hope to change it more often, but it changes pretty often with what's on there. And I think every time you probably look at the website, if you sort in different ways, you can sort our website by what's new, you can sort by alphabet, you can sort by what's older, you can sort by what's best selling. I think if you go into our collections and sort them in different ways, you'll find a lot of variety. And that's what we really like. We like to supply you with the weird things sometimes, with the interesting things. Karen says that's what makes it special, unique items. Yeah, we try very hard to have unique items. And the way that we purchase is probably very different than a lot of places. We buy in small quantities. We buy from generally smaller suppliers in a lot of cases. We hunt out that vintage and antique stuff. We are not your basic, you're not gonna find a 100 of this strand of something if you want it. We can't do that, but we do work hard at finding the unique items, and we hand pick everything. Nothing goes on the website or gets shown here in the live or gets shipped out to you unless we have looked at it. Andrew or I have touched it. Generally, both of us have seen it, have approved it. We don't supply anything that we wouldn't use in our own jewelry making. Not everything is our style, but there's a quality aspect to it. So if the quality isn't up to par, we're not going to ship it out to you. And I think that's different from a lot of places. A lot of places buy stuff in, and if it's something that's cheap, they'll market it at a cheap price and sell it to you, and maybe you'll get it and it'll crack or fall apart, or you barely can use it. Just look at some of the like crimp tubes that are out there in the world, and various things that we've seen. And we do our best to make sure that we're as honest as can be in our listings. Oftentimes with our higher end gemstones, we go through and we take a video of each one so that you can see them on video, not only in pictures, but on video on the website. And that's something that I don't think a lot of people bother to do. Because a lot of places bring in a lot of stones and they're not going to show you a video of all of them, but we buy in small quantities. And when we have something that's really nice and the price point is higher, higher for us, we want you to see why the price point is higher, and photos and videos do that. We do these lives every weekday at about 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And this is where you get the chance to see, generally you're the first to get the chance to get things. So our newest arrivals generally run through the live first, and then they propagate out to the website or the physical store, or sometimes various groups we have on Facebook. But yeah, this is This is where you'll see the newest stuff. You get the best price on new arrivals through the lives. So yes, if they get into the online store and maybe they sit there for a month or 2 or 3, you might get a sale on them and you might get a better price on the sale. But for the newest things and for the chance to get them when they're fresh in, we're always going to give you the best prices here. The prices will go up a little bit usually if they get to the online store, if y'all don't buy them first, because generally we're giving you a better price because you're our friends and our closest. Generally the people who watch the live are our biggest supporters, and we appreciate you all so much. Now we do have some people, of course, on the website and some people in some of our groups that are very big supporters as well. But those of you who watch our lives are, helping us very much make ends meet. And that's why we give you the benefit of getting the best prices before things move on to other places for us. Let's see here. Danette is here. Hello, Danette. Thanks for joining us. Teresa says, that's why you're my #1 bead store. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. Yeah, y'all have been with us for a long time, some of you, and we appreciate that. Yeah. That's packing and shipping is not my favorite thing to do. I don't mind doing it. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I am, putting these packages together today. I went through a bunch of invoices, and like I said, some of you I am a little bit farther behind than I thought I was, so I apologize for that. But putting these packages together, I'm just amazed at how much y'all love us and how much you support us. And I guess we've been doing this for over 12 years now, over 13 years now. 13 years. We hit our 13th. Over 13 years now. I got to change that. Been doing this for over 13 years now, and it has, we still feel a little bit like we're small, right? And I think that's because we aren't a big manufacturer. We're not a big giant importer, but we have grown tremendously over the years, and you all have been a part of that. Many of you have been a part of that journey for a long time. Some of you are new to that journey, so welcome and thank you. But without new people coming in and finding us, and without our old friends telling people to come find us and all about us, we couldn't do what we do. And many of you know we were hit pretty hard at the end of last year with a lot of things, my health issues, my losing my job, my main other job that I did, Andrew's father passing, and family issues with that. It has been crazy, and it's been hard this year. This has been a harder year, and we thank you all so much for helping keep us going and adjusting to this new reality that we're in right now. It's been a slow year. Election years usually are. And we have not gotten as many new customers as we normally do. We usually add a few more, than we have been. And I know part of that is probably our fault for, things being a little slower in shipping and some of the issues we've had with that and because of everything going on. But it's been a difficult year, and we're very appreciative. As I was packing these packages today and getting things ready to pack in shipping packages, it's been incredible to just think of how lucky we are and how grateful we are for everything y'all do for us. And I know we kind of say this maybe often, maybe not often enough. I don't know, maybe too often. I don't know. But it is the truth. Every time I pack these packages, I just send out little love, little hearts to everyone, because it's pretty amazing to think that we have people all over the world who purchase from us and like what we do. And hopefully more and more people will find us and like what we do so that we can continue to grow growing is, we believe in growth, but also in the growth of the whole community. When we grow, we want you all to grow as makers, being able to get different things from us being able to provide more things and more diverse things to you all. As we've been talking about a lot lately, we had an angel investor who helped us purchase casting equipment. And so we're working on, we got the casting equipment, most of what we need. We still have some things to get and some things to add on. As we've learned more about the process, we've learned more and more about things that we might need or should have. We're hoping to bring in some help to get the studio up and running in the casting department area. And also just get the studio more organized in a way that we can possibly have classes here. So we're growing in that way. And when we get our casting equipment going, I think it's going to change everything in a lot of ways. We're going to be able to prototype things. We're going to be able to not only prototype, but actually create one-off things. We're going to be able to do sterling silver and bronze items. We're going to be able to pair those things with gemstones, and I'm just super excited about things. And it's, we're in a down slope a little bit right now as far as business goes, but we are still pushing ahead, and margins are tight as we do this, very tight, which makes me anxious a lot. But I guess it wouldn't be us if we weren't continuing to try to push ahead. And, for a long time, we felt like we've plateaued in a lot of ways, and moving to Johnstown and bringing in this casting equipment and doing a lot of these things that we're doing have really, pushed us into a level where we've got to reach a little harder, but we're reaching to climb to a different part of the mountain now. And so I feel like we're in that, where you've plateaued, you've rested a little while, and you continue your climb, and your muscles are already tired, and you're a little bit, a little bit dehydrated, but there's another level you want to reach, and that's kind of where I feel like we are right now. And you all continuing to make purchases with us and continuing to be our friends and support us and share and like and comment and all that you do for us is giving us that energy to continue on. And I think you're going to see some really cool stuff starting to come out, more cool stuff, because I think we do cool stuff, but you're going to see more cool stuff come out once we are able to do more casting and develop metal products. And I think it's going to be pretty cool. So get ready, y'all. So how have you all been today? What day? It's Tuesday. So it's Tuesday. Danette says, I'm hoping I was able to still try for some SL lots. I have not, to be 100% honest. I've not checked my email today. So if you have sent an email for any of the lots, the SL, that was not yesterday, right? No, yesterday were the charm lots. The SL lots were different, I think. I'm losing track. Yeah, I think charm lots were yesterday. SL lots, you should be able to try for any of those at this point. The SL lots, that's why that's ringing a bell. The SL lots may not go out with this latest shipment. I did everything but the SL lots, and the SL lots will probably wait until next week to ship, unless you're somebody who doesn't order very often, or you absolutely must have your SL lots, like now this week. But I'm probably going to ship the SL lots next week, and that's going to start the new batch of everything for anybody who orders regularly. Will probably be the SL lots is what I'm thinking as far as what it's looking like right now. So you do still have time, Danette, to try for those SL lots. Suzanne got car serviced, went through my stash and organized it. Nice. That must have been, your stash, I think your stash is probably pretty nice. So that must have been one thing nice to do, and another thing not terribly easy to do, probably, is my guess. Danette says, I think SL was last week one day. I don't remember what day. I think SLs were a number of days, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, but I think SLs were a 2 or 3 day thing. I can't even remember what SL stood for right now. Oh, surprise lots. That was like a 3-day event. So that's a bigger sorting thing for me. So that's why those are probably going to start heading out next week, not this week. So I kind of cut myself off right there. So if you have not, the SLs, you can continue to claim. The charms from yesterday, you can continue to claim. But anything before that, if you want to make a claim on that, it's still around, but it's getting to the point where it's getting about ready to go back. So, and get the lot numbers taken away from them. So if there's anything before the SL lots that you're trying to squeak in, send me those emails this week, preferably by tomorrow. Yeah, so that's that. But the SLs I do have. The SLs will not be shipping until next week. I like to give people a little bit of time, and usually about a week's worth of time that they can continue to claim on those older lots before we start removing lot number papers and reorganizing things. Okay, so how about we get this show started? Because I don't want this to be as long as we have. We've been going pretty long, and honestly, I don't want to go too long because I've been here most of the day and I'm getting a little bit hungry. I stopped on the way home, the first time on the way home, and I picked up some mac and cheese for myself. So I'm going to make some mac and cheese with some veggies. And we talk about, so I bought the cat's food tonight. The cat's food, I got some Fancy Feast, and because that's what they had, and it's like $11.50. I bought us mac and cheese and veggies, and that was a total of $6. So daily, our cats, and that $11.50 will last. That'll be breakfast and dinner for the cats. So that's breakfast and dinner. And I had an apple for breakfast today and an apple for lunch, and I'm getting mac and cheese and veggies for dinner. So, and I bought the generic mac and cheese. So that was like about $6 for my dinner. Andrew is trying to realign his system a little bit. Because after everything he's been through with the gout and the Tylenol poisoning that he thinks he had, his system is a little on edge. So he is trying to kind of cleanse it a little bit. He's eating apples, avocados, and eggs only right now to try and realign and kind of push out anything, because those he knows are safe for him. They don't give him issues. So eating those for a few days to try and get himself, any of that toxic stuff out. And hopefully, he's drinking coffee, which is supposed to be good for gout, and water, which is good for gout, lemon water, apple cider vinegar and lemon water. He's trying to make sure he gets himself back into a better place before he starts reintroducing some food, because he started eating kind of normally again, and he started to have a little bit of flare up again. So he's doing that. So I'm picking up things for myself to make in the evening. He's been making stuff for me, which is really nice of him in between everything. But he's not eating it. He's only eating certain things. But the nice thing is we have lots of apples around, which I love, and that's my breakfast and that's my lunch. And dinner's going to be mac and cheese, though, because somebody mentioned mac and cheese to me the other day, and it's been on my brain ever since. Hello, Vanessa. Thanks for joining us, Vanessa. We appreciate it. Thank you for joining in. And we're going to get this party started after all that talk in the beginning, which we always do. We always do. We do the talk. Do the talk time. So please, like I said, please share this video. Today it's a little bit more important than ever because, or than normal. Oops, I'm trying to figure out, there's the cameras. Because we didn't get this up and running today very quickly, or on time or ahead of time, because we were a little bit late. We switched gears. We were hoping to show you Andrew's newest creations that he's been working on, which you are going to love. I'm just telling you, get ready. But he wasn't quite ready today. He's been working day and night on them. And he posted in the Patreon that they were going to be in the live tonight. If you're on the Patreon. If you're not on the Patreon, join us. Subscribe to our Patreon. We have super inexpensive levels, and you can get kind of behind the scenes looks of things that we're doing, and oftentimes you get little sneak peeks of things. So if you are on our Patreon, thank you, and if you're not, please consider joining. But wasn't quite ready, so we shifted gears. We're doing this. I am going to be pricing a lot of this as we go because I didn't even get a chance. I pulled it, but I didn't get a chance to price it. It's already priced because these are reboots. These are things that we've shown you before, but I'm going to give you even better pricing on some of these things if I can as we go. All right. So if you don't know how this works, it's pretty easy. You have to claim by email. That's the only way you can claim with us is by email. And all you do is you take down the number. These are RR for random reboot. RR1, put that in the subject line of an email. Address the email to info@allegorygallery.com. That's up along the top here. It's also streaming along here. These instructions are also streaming along here. And send that to us. That's all you got to do. It's first come, first serve. Generally, I will put the number, which I forgot to do. I'll put the number available in the bottom right-hand corner. So this is RR1 coming up. They were $56 before. Just for this video, just for this time. Usually these prices are good for about 24 hours. So we let people do the rewatch, but we're dropping these down to $48 a strand, and there are 4 strands available at that price. And wait till you see these. Let me get this light on here so we get the better light on here so y'all can see something, hopefully. These are labradorite, and look at these labradorite beads. These are amazing quality, beautiful flash. They've got not only the flash, but they have some translucency to them, which, you know, that's hard. Sometimes you get labradorite and it's you know, there's some translucency, but it loses the flash because of that. These have both. And so you'll see there are 4 strands available here. Each strand is $48 only, down from $56 a strand. And again, these prices are good for 24 hours. I'm going to show you each strand because I want you to know that each strand is beautiful. I do not have a device here to tell you if these are being sold or not. So I can't tell you. So if you do see something you like, I say grab it quick because I can't even tell you if these are selling out or not. Like I said, I thought I grabbed my bag when I left the house, and it's not in the car and it's not here. And I tracked my iPad and it is at home. So it's I left my case at home. Hey, Susie, thanks for joining us. Aren't these pretty? Look. Like, what kind of beautiful earrings could you make with those? Yes, Sandra's asking size. That's a good question, Sandra. Let me see. I think these are 10. 9 millimeters, Sandra. 9 to 9.5. Strands vary a little bit. That one's a little smaller than 9, and sometimes, yeah. So each bead's a little bit different, but they're about 9, 8.5 to 9. No, 9 to 9.5. I'm gonna say 9 to 9.5 millimeters, and they are gorgeous. Gorgeous beads. Faceted rounds in labradorite. Look at that. That's a good size between that 8 and 10 mark. That's a good size for a lot of things. It's not too big for a bracelet, right? So those would make excellent high-end bracelets. Boy, you could get 2 to 3 bracelets out of each one of these, and you could charge easily that just for one bracelet. These are really, really, really nice. So we only have 4 strands available. Like I said, I don't have a device to tell you if they are selling or not, so I apologize for that. But there they are, RR1, 4 available, down from $56. The next stop for these is either going to be in-store or online, and they will go back up to at least $56, at least. That was I think for the first live we showed, so that was kind of a deal for y'all anyway. So you'll see this. The numbers I'm giving you today, I'm giving you a lower price than the last time these were on the live, which was, as we said, we give you the best prices on the live. So you're getting even a better price than the best prices on the live. It's kind of like a sale because we did run these already, so you're getting a little extra sale. But they will go up at least to that price shown, possibly higher. Danette says, William, stop reading my mind. I was about to say R1 is gorgeous, and you took the words out of my mouth, right? Well, that's the perfect word for it, for sure. That is the perfect word. Susie, the price on those? It was $48 a strand. So they were $56 before. This is a random reboot. So these are reboots of, for those of you who don't know what a random reboot show is, our reboot shows are when we show you things that we have shown in lives before, but maybe you missed them. Maybe you weren't in that mood at the time, right? Maybe you've seen these and you were like, I already bought a bunch of gemstones. I can't do it right now, but now you see them now and you're like, ooh. Or maybe you're like, oh, I'm going to a show and I know where those could be sold. I know how I could turn that into money. So the old price was $56. For this, for 24 hours only, these marked down prices are generally good for 24 hours. They're $48 a strand, and there are 4 strands available. Stunning, stunning, stunning quality right there. That's some nice, that's some vintage labradorite, by the way. Those are vintage strands. Okay, RR2. Let me get one out of here. Come on. Sometimes they get caught up with one, especially these ones. Okay. RR2. Last time, these were 14. I don't know if anybody bought any of these. These were 14. We're doing them for 12. Got 10 strands available. These are these little silver-colored metal spacers in a little rectangular shape. They are approximately 3.2 millimeters by 4. So 3.2 by 4. These are really nice spacers. I love them. They've got a little bit of weight to them, which is nice. But I love using these metal spacers with things. They're a little bit nicer than your average kind of pewties that we do. A little bit kind of heavier, a little bit more substantial than them. And they're only $12 a strand. $12 a strand. Sandra's asking, of people who do shows, what size is the most common for women's bracelet if not adjustable? You're talking about length? They usually recommend between 6.5 to 7-ish inches, I believe. Usually I go with about like a 7-inch. But if anyone else has any better ideas on that, because I don't do them that often, but from what I've read, most people prefer 6.5 to 7.5 inch bracelets for women. I was just looking that up the other day because I was making a few bracelets in the store. That's RR2, $12, 10 of them available at $12. RR3. This one is stunning. It was $32. I'm bringing it down to $26 for you. This is rutilated quartz. Look at those rutils in there. Those golden shards of beautiful color in there. And this strand, some of these on here are just packed with them. Look at those. And this is rutilated quartz, not just plain quartz. It's got those golden rutils in there. Remember the difference, this is not tourmalinated, it's rutilated. Sandra says, okay, good to know because most of mine are 7.5 to 8. Sounds like I need some shorter ones. That's always my issue too, Sandra. I always end up making them a little bit too big, especially by the time I put that clasp on there. Because when I make them, before I put the clasp on, they look too small if I'm if I make them that size. But when you add the clasp, it actually adds a good bit of, usually about an inch, which is harder to sometimes think about in your head. So I end up, usually making them a little bit too big. They fit me, but if they're fitting me, they're probably not going to fit most women out there. Hello, Michelle. Thank you for joining us. Andrew's not joining us today. He's working on some of his projects. These are beautiful, beautiful, simple cut nuggets. Yeah, and the other thing, Sandra, is I always, like when I'm making bracelets, I love making bracelets. It's one of my favorite things to make. And when I make them, Andrew says I'm here but lurking. When I make the bracelets, look at those rutils in that one. When I make the bracelets, I always feel like I don't get to design. I don't get to have enough design fun when I make them that size. So mine always end up a little bit bigger because I like to add more to the design. And I don't know. I have to figure out how to stop myself. So this is rutilated quartz, beautiful pieces, RR3. Again, I do not have my computer here or any device, so I can't tell you if these are being sold. So I will say, if you see something you like, send in your email quick because I can't alert you to knowing if they're selling out or not. I don't have the ability right now. I left my bag at home. At least I hope it's still at home. Andrew, is it at home? I think it's there on the chair. It says my iPad's at home, so here we go. These are so fun. They're not expensive. These are a dyed coral. This is vintage dyed coral, but they're dyed this pretty purple color. And because of that coral, they almost look like they have like sunbursts in them. Like it's just such a pretty bead. Such a pretty bead. Or beads. I love the look of that kind of sunburst. They almost look like a tagua nut too, with that pattern, but these are a vintage coral, dyed purple. They were $18, taking the strand, only one strand, down to $14 for you if you'd like it. RR4. And let me give you a general, these are all different sizes, but they're generally about 16.5 by about 18. That's one of them anyway. I just think they're fun. If these don't sell at that price, I will not feel bad taking the strand apart and making some earrings out of it because I think these would make really nice earrings and inexpensive earrings. I don't have to, But you could still, I think you could still easily get $18 a pair of earrings for these. So $16, $18. I wouldn't feel guilty charging that after doing the wire wrapping work and the time it takes to make the earrings and adding gold or silver ear wires to them. And I think people would like those a lot. I like those. And again, this is vintage coral. We don't do the new stuff here at Allegory Gallery. All right, so that's what I had priced. So now we're going to price as we go along with you here. I told you I didn't have enough time to get all this ready. So we're going to price as we go. And I'm going to pull things from my bag. I'm going to take a look at what the old prices were. And we're going to newly price things. Let's see here. What is this? Golden rutilated quartz. And this was 26 last time. So let's take it down to, let's take it down to 20. What the heck? Let's give you a really good deal on that one. 26 down to 20. Golden rutilated quartz. There are 2 of them available. So this is chock full of those beautiful rutils too. And the quartz is more of the golden quartz. Look at that. Look at that one. Whew. These have some of these have some nice thick rutils in them. And then there's also this one. There's 2 strands of these. There are 2 strands, equally beautiful. So it just depends. One strand, I'll show you here. One strand is more graduated. It starts smaller and it gets bigger. The other strand is pretty consistently sized. I mean, they do change a little bit, but one definitely, if you want one or the other. Danette, rutilated means it has these golden, do you see these golden shards in there? I can't remember what exactly they're made of. Somebody can help me out if you know. But rutilated means it has those in, just like a tourmalinated. So a tourmalinated will have the black spikies, the black shards through it. Rutilated, the rutils, it is the golden color spikies through it. That's what rutilated means. Tourmalinated means they're black shards of tourmaline. Rutilated are rutils, but I can't remember what the actual chemical makeup of the rutils is. But see how they're golden? That's what that is. So there are 2 of these available. RR5 went down from $26 to $20 a piece. That's a dang good deal, everybody. If you want one over the other, let me know if you care. One is graduated. Just so you know, this starts at about 10 millimeters by 15 and goes to about 19 by 24. Whereas this one, these are all, I mean, this is like 15 by 20. They do get a little bit bigger, kind of at the center, going to about 16.5 by 25. So this one kind of is small to big, so small on each side, and then it grows toward the center. This one starts out small and gets bigger as it goes. Just depends if you want one or the other. If you don't care, just send us RR5 and get you one of them out. They're both very nice stones. Okay, what am I picking next? some nice little faceted pearls. So this is RR6. These were 20. Let's take them down to 16. Giving you some good deals today, I think. Some good deals. Beautiful faceted pearls. Let me get you the size on these right away. 6.5 inches, 6.5 millimeters. 6.5 millimeters. And these vintage faceted pearls. Oh, you know what? Let me tell you. I have to tell you the strand sizes on some of these. Vintage faceted pearls. And this strand is up there. It's about a 14-inch strand. 14-inch strand, vintage faceted pearls, only $16. Look at that. Oh, look at that flash and color in there. Those rainbows. Very pretty. One strand available only, RR6. Looks like, I don't know if my numbers are right today. It's saying 6 people are watching. I feel like there have been more than 6 of you out there commenting. So I don't know, but I feel like that's strange. I don't know what else. Is there something else going on in the world today that I haven't tuned into yet? It's very possible. It's very possible. Okay, so these were originally 35 a strand. And we're going to drop this down to, oh, let's do an even 30. Let's do an even 30 on these. RR7. Are these beautiful? They look like wire wrapped. Sometimes they call them wire wrapped pearls. They're a stick pearl. Sanders says not yet, but the debate starts at 9. That's probably why everybody's getting ready for that. That would make perfect sense. It's a debate night. I forgot about that. That's probably why. Every time there's a debate, we do have lower numbers, of course. I usually don't watch the debates until after, once I can mentally prepare for watching them. It's not an easy thing for me. So these are a beautiful pearl. These are a Biwa Champagne wired stick pearl. These would make very... Oh, I thought I was going to... I did sneeze. Oh, sorry, everybody. These are a 16-inch strand. These would make really pretty earrings. And these are really nice because they have a lot of color in them. There's a bronzy color, a yellow. There's almost like a green in there. Lots of even purples and pinks and blues. These are a really nice vintage strand. $30 RR7. And I will say, y'all have bought us out on a lot of our vintage pearls. We are running low on vintage pearls. I know it doesn't seem like that sometimes. So these are some of the, we're getting down there. We're getting down there. I have a number of pearls tonight I'm going to show you. So you're going to get to see those. This one, I don't have the tag. What happened to the tag? They should be the same as these, I think. Tags are falling out of my bags. Okay, so I think they should be the same as those. And we have, those were at 30, was that 36? We're gonna bring those down to 28. And let me see how many we have. Sorry for having to do this as we go, y'all. Just one. There's just one. RR8 was $36, bringing it down to $28 for y'all. One strand of these beautiful vintage pearls. These are the ones they have the double kind of pearl. It's like a pearl with a coin pearl attached. Super fun. This is a vintage strand. Sometimes they'll be a little broken. There's a broken one right there. But most of these are in good shape. And they've got really nice color. And they're just such a fun kind of shape. Like, I could see those on a really cool bracelet like that. Like, how cool would those be on a bracelet? And you could make tons of pairs of earrings with those. Lots of pairs of earrings. This is a long strand. This is a 16-inch strand. It's got a lot on there. Only $28. RR8, $28. Let me give you an approximation here on size. They are approximately, get in there, about 17 millimeters by about 11. 17 by 11. And you would, like, no one else is going to be selling earrings with these kind of pearls, right? When have you seen these kind of pearls before? Have you seen these kind of pearls before other than from us? Probably not often, if at all. So that's just a very different look. All right, I'm going to keep going because I know some of you probably do want to watch the debate. So I'm going to try and go a little bit faster through these. I know some of you said you don't want to, but some of you might actually want to, right? So this is RR9. And these are, we're going to do the same thing, 36 down to 28. And I don't know how many of these there are in here. Let me see. One, two, three. 3 strands of these left. Okay, so these are like the other ones, but they're a different color. They're an orangey color compared to the kind of golden color of the others. And these are kind of reversed, right? So they're drilled a little bit in reverse compared to the other ones. So the little one is on the bottom of the coin instead of being on the top. So they hang differently. And again, these are about 15 to 16 inch strands. It probably stretches to 16 inches. 15 to 16 inch strands. And these are about 14.5 millimeters by about 12.5. And there are 3 strands of these. These are the other ones just to show you. I think these are super cool because I think this is something you don't see very often. And again, if you were to make that into a bracelet, like, look how cool. These ones might even be better for a bracelet than the other ones because of the way they sit, because the bigger portion is together. I just think that would be really awesome. Like, who's going to have a bracelet like that? You've got some eccentric customers that like things that are different. There you go. Put some gold in there. You know, sometimes people want things that are different, right? That they're not going to see their friends wearing at an event. And these are the kind of things that we try to provide. And again, sorry if you're just tuning in. Normally we tell you what's selling, what's not selling, how many things are left. I can't do that tonight because I don't have my other device with me. I'm at a loss tonight. Sorry. All right, so these were 22. Let's kick them down to, I think we can go to 18, but that's probably as low as we can go on these ones. These are super pretty. These are kind of a gunmetal color pearl. The peacock pearl, but they almost look like they've got a stripe down. And look at the color. Some of them are much more red, some are much more green, some are much more purple, some have that blue. And the way the light hits them, it almost gives them, if I hold them this way, they got a stripe that way. If I hold it this way, they get a stripe kind of that way. Those are just a really cool kind of thing. They really take that light. They are super colorful. Boy, I shouldn't have, these shouldn't be reduced at all, probably. These are really, really nice. And they're tiny little rice pearls. 16-inch strand. Let me try and get a size in here for you. It's going to be hard though. That's about 4.3 by about 3.3. 4.3 long by about 3.3. These just have brilliant color to them. And I like how each pearl kind of has a specific color that it likes to show more. Normally they got all the mixed colors, right? And these do, they mix and blend, but like these green ones, this purple one right here, this red one, you can really see the colors. One strand available only, $18. And again, I said I was going to go faster, and I'm not going any faster, am I? I got 20 more lots to do. And about 19 minutes before that show starts, that debate starts, I call it a show. Kind of a show, right? RR11. These are so nice. Okay, these are 22. Let's bring them down to 18. Just one available. Sandra says, I found a place here that offers intro to glass blowing. I want to see if my sisters want to do it. Doesn't that sound like fun? Yeah, Andrew got to do that in Pittsburgh. We have a place in the Pittsburgh Glass Center. And he got to go do it and he made those paperweights. And I didn't get to do it, but it does sound like a lot of fun. Hopefully you can convince your sisters to do it. So this is beautiful quartz. Clear, beautiful quartz. These are 5.7 millimeters, about around 5.5 millimeters, faceted rondelles. Sandra, have you watched the show Blown Away on Netflix? If you've not watched Blown Away, that's what they do, is glass blowing. It is amazing. Michelle says, I've seen it done. It's really cool. Yes, it is. And there are a number of seasons of Blown Away. So if you haven't seen it yet, you get to binge. I feel happy for you because there's a number of seasons to binge, and it's such a good show, competition show. But talk about good. Look at this. This would win a competition right here. 16-inch strand, RR11. Only one of these available. 5.5 millimeter faceted rondelles. Karen says, I love that show. Isn't it great? Sandra says, if not, I will go by myself, but I hope they go, right? Danette says, Sandra, it sounds like fun. We watched the glass blower at a Renaissance festival a couple weeks ago. That's nice. Teresa says, I love the show Blown Away, right? And the Pittsburgh Glass Center, they have the, no, at Corning. At Corning, they had the contestants, the last contestants' pieces there, which was really cool to see. RR12. RR12. These were 90. We'll do them at 65 for y'all. These are Ethiopian opals. No, these are marked Ethiopian, but these are, I think these are Australian. They're marked Ethiopian, but usually Ethiopian are darker. I'm going to say they're Australian, unless Andrew's watching and he knows different, but they are marked Ethiopian. Normally our vendor on these is pretty right. And these come as a necklace already. They're on sterling silver, lobster claws, and chain. I think you can actually see, you can see the 925 right there on the lobster claw. So these are graduated, and they're graduated from about, let's see if I can get in here, about 2.8 millimeters up to, at the largest, is about 4.3. Yeah, 4.3. Great deal on these, $65 only. They're already a necklace. If you want to wear them that way, you can. And these are about, just about 16 inches, not counting the toggle. Yeah, about 16 inches, not counting the toggle. Teresa went to a glassblowing museum in Virginia. That's awesome. Okay, here's the back. There's the back. RR13. Let's see here. Boy, we had these marked low to begin with. 14. Let's go ahead and do them at 10 for you. We count how many we got. Got 4 of them. RR13. These are, oh, I just lost it. Red Adventurine. That's it. I had appetite in my brain. Red, I knew, I'm like, this one, appetite. Red Adventurine, hand-carved leaves. This one strand is a little bit more diverse than the others. This one has a little bit more of alternating color patterns. The other ones are more subdued. So if you want a more diverse strand, you can let us know if you like that. But if you're looking to make like multiples of something, you probably want more of the one color. So RR13, these are really nice. Looking for leaves for fall, 8 millimeters by about 12 millimeters per leaf. And there's just about 16-inch strands. Really nice. Okay, I'm going to try and pick it up for you a little bit here. I didn't pick it up very much since the last time I said I was going to pick it up, did I? RR14. Vanessa says those are really pretty, right? RR14. Sandra's is definitely not apatite, right? I know. I had that in my brain because I was looking at some apatite earlier today. All right. We have some beautiful vintage turquoise nuggets. Beautiful vintage turquoise nuggets. We had these at 32. I'm going to drop them down to 28 for y'all. Beautiful turquoise nuggets. Vintage turquoise. Just about, it's about a 15-inch strand. I'm going to say it's about a 15-inch strand. But look, beautiful color in that. Nuggets of all different sizes. That would be a nice, you know, somebody would love a bracelet made of that. And at $28 for this strand, you could get almost 2 bracelets. Probably you would get 2 bracelets with spacers. If you figure a bracelet is about 7 inches, you're easily going to get 2 bracelets out of that with some spacers. You could make bracelet and earring sets using that. And you know somebody's going to pay at least $28 a set, probably more. Get that up to $36 a set if you do shows and stuff. You could probably even go higher than that in some cases. RR14, 1 strand available of those, just 1. Oh, these are so nice. I was looking at these before. Let me, I want to see how many there are in here. There's only 2. Oh, these are so nice. Okay. $26, dropping them down to 20. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that, y'all. These are obsidian, and I don't know if, let me, do you see the blue? I was shining my light at these, and at first, they were like, here, you can see the blue. These were so blue when I shined my light on them that I thought at first, I was like, oh, I found some blue tiger eye, because they were shining at me. Like, can you see that? They were shining at me like they were so blue. Look at that. Look at that. I thought it was blue tiger eye, and then I read the tag, and it's obsidian. These are such pretty stones. And I know my lights here are not doing them justice, because I think under direct sunlight, if you made these into earrings, you would really, like, look at that blue. You would really see that blue shine. And where do you see obsidian? Oh, that one's a little bit, that one got a little chunk taken out. But where do you see obsidian? And this is vintage. These are vintage strands. These are 16-inch strands. Where do you see obsidian flashing blue like that? Rainbow obsidian can have the different colors and the flashes in it. And this is probably a kind of rainbow obsidian. But mainly it's blue. Look at that. Michelle, obsidian is black, but rainbow obsidian has colors through it. That you have to get generally you either have to spend a lot of money or you have to get an old vintage strand to really see it, because they'll call things rainbow obsidian and people have no idea why it's called rainbow obsidian, because they're just like, it's black. But rainbow obsidian has these kind of beautiful colors that can come out if you get a good vintage strand. Like look at that flash of blue. Or a very high-end strand of rainbow obsidian. This shouldn't even be $26 when you really look at the quality of this, because you don't see obsidian like this these days. You just don't. And these are faceted drops. These are about 18.7 by 12.5 millimeters. All right, 2 strands available only, 16-inch strands. That's it. It could have other colors, Michelle, but if you picked out the ones that had mostly blue and put them on a strand together, you would have those 2 strands right there. Right. She was asking, wouldn't it have other colors if it were rainbow? It's only going to flash certain colors, and these ones are predominantly blue. And like I said, you will not see that in today's obsidian usually, not unless you get a very high-end strand. Wow, these are nice. We already priced them really well. They were 16. Let's drop them down to 12. And I think there are 4 of them in here. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Sandra says that is crazy, right? You know. I know you like the higher end stuff. You know, even in some of the higher end stones you buy these days, you don't see flash like that in obsidian anymore. Sandra says, I forgot, is obsidian heavy? It is. Obsidian is technically like a glass, I believe. So no, it is not that heavy. This is actually really, I'm just trying to compare it to this quartz. So here's what's next. These are smoky quartz. Really nice quality smoky quartz. And this whole strand of obsidian is lighter than this strand, I would say, of smoky quartz, just by doing a comparison. Boy, you can really see that blue. I should have held it further away from the camera. Look, I was holding it too close. You can really see that blue flat. Look at that. There it is. I was just holding it too close. You couldn't see it. Look at that blue flat. Okay, so that's RR15. These are RR15. Blue tiger eye is, Michelle, tiger eye, the stone. The same thing makes up tiger eye, but it has blue. It has another, I don't know what makes it. I can't remember what component makes it blue. But obsidian is a glass, kind of like a glass, whereas tiger eye would actually be a stone. You can look all this up, but yeah, look at that. Look at that. That really, oh, okay. I need to stop because Sandra asked me if they're light. They are light. It is not a heavy. If you're looking at making earrings with those, you could probably hang 2 or 3 of them together. Volcanic glass. Yes, Karen, thank you. Obsidian is often a volcanic glass. Michelle says those are definitely blue, right? And these are definitely high quality smoky quartz. Do you see imperfections in there? Hardly. Hardly any. Smoky quartz. These are about 8.3 millimeters round. 4 strands available. Let me just show you another strand so you know I didn't pick the best strand to show you. We don't do that. Look at that. Beautiful smoky quartz. This is great for the winter fall season. It's got that good energy on it. $12 a strand, only 4 strands available. Okay. RR17. Let's see what's in the box. Oh, nice. Wow. These were 24. Oh, what the heck? Let's bring them down to 20. 24 down to $20. There's only one. And it is a beautiful strand. Of these Keshi peacock pearls. Now, is that not beautiful? Imagine dangling those on the end. So you make some earrings with that obsidian maybe, and you use this. Here's the ear wire up here. You use some of these pearls, and then you put one of those obsidian drops at the end for a pair of earrings. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Mix those pearls and that gemstone together. I bet that would be beautiful. Sorry, my screen. I guess it's 9 o'clock. Hopefully I don't lose too many of you. But I get it if I do. But look at those. One strand, only $20. Boy, I'm just gonna do it. I know, but if you're gonna go, you're gonna go. I get it for the debates, but like, if you hung those and had one of those at the end as an earring, that'd be pretty. You get that blue flash, you pull out all the blue in those pearls, plus you get that other color in there. That'd be something that other people didn't have. And so I have that smoky quartz. They're nice. They are nice. They are nice. Okay. Beautiful. RR17. Teresa says, I am not watching the debate. I'm here to stay. Nice. I do. My numbers went down a little bit. I know I lost a few people, but I know that's okay. Okay. And these are approximately, I'm going to give you an approximate because these are tiny. They're about 6.5 millimeters by about 4. 6.5 millimeters by 4. And this is a vintage strand of freshwater Keshi pearls. This is about a 15-inch strand. Suzanne says, I've already voted. Michelle says, I don't watch the debates. Danette says, I'm not watching the debate either. All right, I got some of you then for the long haul tonight. We don't have too many more to go. 13 more to go. We're going to 30 tonight. RR17, one strand available, 20 bucks only. Great strand of pearls. Sometimes I wonder, like, I know we have good things, you know, and sometimes I feel like I'm very unspoiled, because when I see things, I'm like, oh, those are nice. But sometimes I see the nice things, and it's like we have so many nice things that it loses the niceness of it all. Does that make any sense? I hope we're not doing that. I guess that's good if we're spoiling you to where you expect just to see nice things all the time. But these are really nice. These are really nice. All right. Speaking of really nice, let's bring these down to 14. Vanessa's saying, I've seen enough arguing to last me a while. I get it. I do get it. This is demortarite. I have one strand of this remaining. Beautiful demortarite. This is about 6 millimeters. It's got beauty. I keep bringing the stones way up, but it's darker there and it's not catching the light. So let's catch that light a little better, right? Beautiful demortarite. Look how blue that is. One strand left. These are vintage strands too. This is about, come on, get up there. That's a 16-inch strand. Suzanne says, I have a strand like that. Beautiful by itself, right? Demortarite's one of those stones you don't see often. We've had a lot of it recently because we've had a lot of vintage stuff coming in. But you don't see demortarite. And when you do see demortarite, it's usually a lot darker, almost black these days. This is a very pretty blue color. RR18. It's not as rich. This is like it had. I've been talking about, you know, photo editing. It's like you pumped up the vibrance on that one. It's a good color in there. Pump up that saturation, right? What was that? 18. RR19. How many strands are in here? Is this just one strand? Trying to see. Oh, it is just one strand. Oh, this hurts a little bit. This hurts a little bit. This is pre-night. This is pre-night. And it is beautiful. It was 36, bringing it down to 32 for y'all. One strand available. Pre-night. Simple cut. Look at how beautiful that is. Simple cut nuggets. This is about a 14-inch strand, which is why it's not so bad to bring it down to there. But it is a stunning, beautiful strand. If you love pre-night, it doesn't get much better than that. And they're very similar in length here. Let me give you just a length of one. It's about 15 millimeters. Width-wise, this is coming in at about 9.7. This just as an approximation for them all. That's RR19, $32. If that doesn't sell, that's some earrings I'll be making, I think. Because that would be stunning as an earring. Find some of those that closely match each other or just make some asymmetrical ones. I will sell those earrings easily in the store for about 32 to 36 a pair once they're done. That's some nice quality pre-night. Michelle, I have these beads. I call them earth-looking beads. Is that the demorderite? I missed your comment. It's the demorderite. Okay. This was, oops, that's the wrong Sharpie. RR20. These were 24. Let's bring them down to 20. This is a, I think this is a big strand too. Maybe not. This is, I believe it's a red agate. It's a carnelian. I think some of them are carnelian, some are a red agate. I think it's kind of similar as far as the stone. But I think some of these are dyed. Like that's dyed. I don't think that's, maybe, but I think they're dyed. And these are hearts. Somebody was asking for hearts the other day, I remembered. So I found these and I said, ooh, somebody wanted hearts. So if you're still looking for hearts and you're watching, we have these. They were 24 for the strand, bringing them down to $20 for you. And these are approximately 16 millimeters by 15 millimeters. There's only this one strand. What you see is what you get. It's really pretty. RR20. Down from $24, only 20 bucks. Getting ready for the love season, right? In February, maybe? Or this would be great even for Christmas. This was 32, bringing it down to 28. This is a beautiful, gorgeous African bead set. Here, I'm going to do both sides at once so that it stays even here. This really probably should never drop below 32. 32 I think was a really special price for all of you all on this one to begin with. There's some old African beads on here. It looks like a metal inlay bead, wooden metal inlay. Look at that old carnelian at the end. These are beautiful. And this is a very long strand, 24, about a 26, well, 24, about a 28-inch strand, 24, about a 27-inch strand, 27-inch strand, $28. Wow, that's a great deal. That alone is probably worth quite a bit. of that. Okay, RR22. Let's see what comes out of my box next here. Let's see. What did I do? These were originally 16. Let's drop them down to 14. Can't go much lower than that on these ones. Ooh, that Sharpie smells exceptionally strong tonight. I don't know why. I'm like stinking myself out over here. These are beautiful silver colored spacer beads, metal. They have this beautiful dimpled edge, and they are round, coin shaped. You get the whole strand of them for $14. This is over a 16-inch strand. This is about a 17-inch strand. And these are 6 millimeters by about 1.3, 1.4, about 1.5. To get the whole strand of them. These are really nice. Whoop. $14. Oops. RR23. These were 18. Let's bring them down to 16. And I think there are 2 of them available. All right. More metal spacer beads in silver color. These little dots, about 4.5 millimeters by, hello Anna, thanks for joining us. Good to see you here. By about 2.2. This is 16-inch strand. $16 for this shape of metal spacer bead. I think this is the last metal spacer beads we have tonight. Just 2 strands of these available, $16 each. Yes, happy birthday, Anna. She says it's my birthday and I'm making a Halloween bracelet. I was wondering if we were going to see you because it was your birthday. I wasn't sure if we were going to see you tonight. That's cool, you're making a Halloween bracelet. Are you going real kitschy Halloween or just subtle Halloween with it? What are you making? What are you making? Okay, let's see what we got here. What is this? So I got something, piece of string stuck to that. Okay. RR24. RR24 was 32. Bringing that down to 28 for you. This is some of this beautiful electroplated quartz. It's got all the beautiful colors. Andrew says, I hope people like weird stuff because it's getting weird up in here. LOL. I like the weird stuff. I can't wait to see what all you've been working on tonight. So this is RR24. Was $32 for the strand. Only one strand available. Let me show you the whole strand. Look at this. This is some fun stuff right here. This is about a 15-inch strand. And these grow. They start out small and they get to the big chunky ones here. Like, how much fun would that be as a pendant? A lot of these toward the end here could just be pendants on their own on a chain that you could easily sell for like I don't know, put that on a chain, sell it for $18. Who doesn't want a rainbow quartz crystal like that, right? So this is electroplated quartz, RR24, $28. Andrew says, let's just say that the fake blood is strong tonight. Oh boy. Oh boy, what are you getting into over there? No, the bag I had this in isn't big enough. Do I have enough? There's another bag. RR24, $28 only for that. RR25. Okay, these were $12 each. I'm taking them down to 10. There's only one left. I hate to even do this because they're so cute, but it's this cat, this carved bone cat. There's only one left, so I'm doing it at $10. Amanda says, haha, I'm making a black and white skull memory wire bracelet. It's similar to the one I sold last month that I called Mr. Bones. Nice. Nice. Andrew says, might be too strong for some people, so prepare yourselves in advance. So this is RR25. This measures about 21 millimeters by about 31 millimeters. And it says, Andrew, I'm always up for weird. Nice. RR25, $10. $10. Was $12. We sold a number of those at $12. I just got one sitting around here now. Figured somebody wants a cat, right? Somebody wants a cat. Somebody wants to take that cat home. RR26. And again, I'm sorry, everybody, if you're just tuning in. I can't tell you what has sold, what hasn't sold. I don't have my email in front of me. So I left my device at home. So sorry about that. Okay. Let's see. I miscounted. I think I have one extra. These were 20. Let's bring that down to, ooh, this is, I hate to do this, but 16. 16. This is a type of jasper. I don't know if this is flower jasper. But it's beautiful. No, you know, this might be petersite. I think this might be petersite. Which I even hate to bring it down that far even more. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Petersite because it's got the flash in there on some of those. So this is Petersite, and I just priced it really low, but hey, there you go. This is already low enough. It's really good quality. Look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. And this is, like, look at the flash on some of those. Wow. Super pretty. And those are about 8 millimeters. 8 millimeter beads. And these are vintage strands, so I'm thinking they're 16 inches. They are 16-inch strands. Super pretty. Beautiful strands. I'm going to say Petersite because of these flashing ones. Petersite has that flash and all this colors. Jasper's not going to have that. And it's got that blue. That blue. Oh, those are so nice. RR26, they were $20 a strand. They should stay at they should not even be $20 a strand. That was a good enough price as it was. But take them down to 16 for you if you want them. Get them now. You got 24 hours to get claim. That's no take backs. No take backs here. That's one that I'd be claiming real quick if it were me. RR27. This was 34. Let's bring it down to 30. Bring it down to 30. Look at those vintage freshwater Keshi pearls. Look at the color. That's what you get from a vintage freshwater pearl for the price versus today. You would never get that kind of shine and glimmer and color, that nacre coating giving that thick, like these are, you can tell these are thick pearls. They've got a thick coating on them to give you that beautiful color and shine. You don't find that today at this price point generally. These are 16-inch strands. Those are spectacular pearls. Radiant. Radiant even. One strand only. They do slightly graduate a little bit. They're a little bit smaller up here. I guess not. They're mixed through. There's some large and smaller ones mixed through. But there's no dull ones in there. Look at that. There are no dull ones in there. That's really a superb strand. I'm just staring at it because it's so pretty. Pearls amaze me. Like when you see good quality pearls, it really is amazing. Like pearls are very in right now, and I'm glad they made a comeback. But when you see pearls nowadays, because they're in, they're so popular, a lot of times you see very plain looking pearls. And when you see something like this, you can see that's what a pearl's supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to look like. Not these little white balls that don't have any color to them and they're just plain, right? I want something special. And we bring you the special at really good prices. Sorry, just counting everyone. Okay. There are 5 of these. They were 10. Let's bring them down to 8. See if we can sell them. See if anybody wants them. These are Labradorite hearts. I don't know why these are tied so many times together. These are Labradorite hearts. These are 10-inch strands. Boy, it's a little bit unwieldy. Let me trim these. It's like, got the whiskers sticking out there. That's a little better. So this is not, this is not the best quality Labradorite. It's got a little bit of flash here and there, like you can see. Each one's got a little bit. These are just really nice kind of hearts. They're almost like a semi-gloss finish that they've got on these, which is kind of nice. But I know somebody was looking for hearts and asking about hearts the other day, so found some more hearts. We have 5 strands of these available, only $8 for a 10-inch strand. And it does have some flash to it still. But it's not like that first lot we had of the Labradorite. They wouldn't be $8 if it were. All right, we've got 5 strands of those. If you're interested, $8 each only. Heart-shaped Labradorite bead. RR29. These were $28. Let's bring them down to 20. Why not? Let's be generous tonight here toward the end. These are black onyx. I know some of you really love the black onyx. You went crazy for some of the black onyx before. Black onyx drops. And these strands are $15-inch strand, and these drops are about 16 millimeters by 12, and they're just a lovely black onyx faceted drop. Just a nice quality for a great price. They were $28 a strand, dropping them down to $20. Doing a nice discount on those for you. 2 of them available. This is the other one. Just as nice. RR29. Put them back in their bag. And the last one tonight, RR30. Let me see what I've got here. So this is a little shorter strand. We had it at 12. Let's do it at 10. 1 only available. Just a nice strand. A shorty strand. It's about a 12-inch strand. 12-inch strand of labradorite. And this is 6 millimeters approximately. It's got nice flash to it. It's that beautiful green color. It's like almost like a moss aquamarine green. And again, shorty strand, about a 12-inch strand. Only $10. Great price on a short strand of some nice quality labradorite. You don't see labradorite like this very often anymore. It's a vintage strand. RR30. And that's it, my friends. Let me flip this camera around real quick. What was your favorite strand tonight? Anybody have a favorite? Anybody have a favorite strand tonight? I don't know. There's a lot of good ones in there. I really liked I really liked those labradorite at the beginning. Those were some of my favorites. And I really, really like that obsidian. I'm like a little bit obsessed with that obsidian, that blue obsidian. So pretty. Suzanne says, good night. You can guess mine. Probably that African strand, maybe. Karen's favorite was peridot. I don't think we had peridot. You mean the pre-night. Probably the pre-night. Yeah, Anna says I have to go back to watch the beginning. Nice. Susan says bingo, right? That's a good price for that African strand. I don't know if you grabbed it or if anyone grabbed it, but like I said, I can't see my email. It's making me a little crazy. I don't know if anything sold at all tonight, but hopefully y'all grabbed some goodies. Michelle liked the blue obsidian. Karen says, oops, yep, the pre-night. Yeah, that pre-night is quality. You got to say it with 3 syllables. Quality. It already has 3 syllables, right? But quality. Quality. That's some good pre-night. That's a really nice strand. I also liked some of that golden rutilated quartz. That was really nice too. That was really nice too. Karen says definitely tried to grab. Okay, good. At least I know someone tried to grab something. I mean, somebody should have gotten something, right? So thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm going to go home. I'm going to start this spreadsheet here. I'm going to write down all my numbers and my prices and start them here. I don't want to carry these lots home and then carry them back. So I'm going to start that here, and then I'm going to probably invoice maybe from home. It depends how much it is, how many people claim stuff, because I can't wait to see what Andrew's doing with some fake blood over there. I thought maybe he might pop on and give us a preview, but maybe he's nowhere near a point where that would be appropriate to do. But it's sounds like it's getting interesting over there. I don't even know. I mean, I kind of can guess what he's doing with fake blood, but it's pretty interesting. I think it's going to be really fun. I think you're really going to like them. Karen says, enjoy that mac and cheese tonight. I am going to. I plan on devouring that. It sounds really good in my head, hopefully in my stomach too. So I hope you all have a great evening. And if you have any questions, just send us an email. Again, if you just joined us throughout the middle, I talked a little bit about in the beginning that I worked a lot today on shipping. And if you're waiting for an invoice shipment, like from these lives, it should be coming very soon. I went through and I think I got through mostly all of the lots today and pre-bagged. I put everybody's name on a bag and then I put your stuff in there. So I pre-bagged everything. I just got to actually do the wrapping and all the stuff that it takes to make sure that hopefully it gets to you safely, boxing it up and wrapping it up and, all that bubble wrapping if I need to. And all that. I got to do all that this week, but I'm going to start on all that tomorrow. So I hope to have most of everybody's invoiced orders up to the SL lots. I didn't do the SL lots because I'm leaving those open for a little while for people to still claim. So the SL lots will be the new shipment starting hopefully next week. I'm trying to get these on weekly rotations. So the SL shipments will be the new start to a new batch unless you absolutely want things shipped out right away. But I know most of y'all here and most of our invoice orders are people who watch often. And a lot of you have said you prefer weekly batches so we don't charge tons in shipping to y'all. So the SL lots will start a new round. So that's that. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm going to go take a look and see if anybody grabbed any goodies and get those invoices out to you tonight. And if you have any questions, send us an email, info@allegorygallery.com. And otherwise, Andrew will be here tomorrow while I'm at my pottery class. I'll probably be joining you at the end if he's still live when I get home. But he's going to be showing you, I think, his new creations that he's working on, which are really cool. I can't wait to see what he's worked on so far since I've been gone today. Have a great one, everyone, and we'll see you here tomorrow. Bye now.